greatest baseball moments of this century. Every year, there come new surprises, new shocks, and new revelation. This is why we always look forward to what comes in our directions as the year passes. While we love to look forward to the future, there will always be something that will make us look back and reflect on our past. This thing applies to every profession or every industry, and there is one such industry where it gives us a great opportunity to reflect, and that is sports. Sports are no stranger to people. Every person in the world has a certain sport he loves to watch because of the sheer goosebumps it gives us. And every year, there is a new challenge, a new hurdle for the players to overcome those all to fulfill and do justice to the glimmer of hope their fans have. And it goes even harder on one a rough and tough sport like baseball. Baseball has even evolving yearly, and this game has been played for centuries. While there were some iconic moments in the 20th and even in the late 19th century, the 21st century is one of baseball's fans' most enjoyable and heartwarming times. So, why don't we just recap some of the iconic moments in the last 22 years? Welcome to the channel. Today we will look at the top 5 baseball moments of the 21st century. Number 5. Ichiro Suzuki breaks the single-season hit record. George Sisler held an iconic hit record that seemed like it would be impossible to beat. And for your information, he set his records in 1920, and as the years went, it looked impossible for any superstar to break that record, as they had also become less hitter-friendly. Due to this, coaches always look for alternatives like relief pitchers and specialist pitchers. And as the year went by, it looked like this record would last for centuries, because none of the new players ever came close to that number. But it only took one determined Japanese man to beat this record. Ichiro Suzuki dethroned George Sisler 84 years after he set the record. And Sisler's daughter was in the audience applauding him the day he surpassed her father. Total class. Number 4. Dave Roberts steals the base. The Red Sox and the Yankees have the greatest rivalry in baseball, and the blood boils the hottest when the stakes are even higher. The Red Sox faced eliminations as the Yankees were up 3-0, and Mariano Rivera was inches away from winning the World Series for the Yankees. But then Dave Roberts stepped in and changed the game after he stole a base. And from then on, Red Sox kept their cool and came back instantly to win the postseries from 3 games down. Number 3. Cal Ripken's All-Star Game home run. Cal Ripken was a player who always performed on any occasions but shined the brightest on big occasions. But as they say, nobody can stand the test of time, and as he entered his 19th consecutive All-Star Game, it was obvious that this one would be his last. So, when he hit a solo home run, everyone in the stadium stood up to give him a standing ovation, and his teammate then embraced him, many of whom grew up watching him. Number 2. Arizona Diamondbacks win the World Series. There have been many iconic championships wins this century, and this one was a story to tell. Even though the Diamondbacks were founded in 1998, they reached the World Series finals only in their 3rd year in the league. And their opponents were none other than the Yankees, a team with an iconic history, and this was something they lacked. But it did not come into their minds as they took an early lead of 2-0 over the Yankees. But they came back, making the series 3-3, and going into Game 7, there was quite an anticipation on who would win it. While most people sided with the Yankees, the Diamondbacks proved the odds wrong and won their first World Series in 2001. Number 1. Chicago Cubs break the curse in Game 7. It's no surprise that the Cubs have always been overlooked. They have come close to tasting their long-lost glory again, but silly mistakes kept them away. So, when they faced the Cleveland Indians in the World Series, everyone bet their money on the Indians. But after taking the game till Game 7, the Cubs overturned the odds and won the World Series. And the last time they won it was back in 1908. So it meant something special to the city of Chicago.